Kia ora, kia ora, kia ora. I should actually say tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, because that's the actual official greeting. But kia ora everybody, welcome back, welcome in. We're back, we're fully in PJs today, and we're just going to rock PJs because it is very much a PJ day. I hope you are all doing well and have had a wonderful day, morning, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. It is currently Friday here in New Zealand. It does not feel like a Friday here in Aotearoa because yesterday was Waitangi Day, so it was a public holiday, so it froze the schedule out because, you know, it felt like a Saturday. But no, it was a Thursday that happened to feel like a Saturday. So now it's Friday and my brain's going, it's Sunday, but it's not. It's Friday, if that makes sense. Beatty, hello, welcome in. It's good to see you again. Let's get all these paws so they stop slowing my PC down and things actually work. Right. Let's check that this is working because I can't test that till I'm live. Cool, that is working. Good, excellent. That means everything should be coming through. We should be all good. So we are back today with the Manticore. I want to get this done. I have had a real run of painting. Like, it's been a real hyper focus there for a minute, and I've done quite a few pages involving acrylic paint now, but I kind of feel that, like, interest waning per se. Like, I've done it, I'm over it, I want to move on. So definitely now at the point of we're done, let's move on from here. So I really want to try and get a lot of this done today. I doubt we will, but if we can at least finish this first half of a page and move on, that'll be great. So last time we did all the mane, which took a while, but I freaking love the mane. I love how neon it is. Like, we really got that neon fire. So today we're going back to the purple. I have to remember to paint in this tiny little area up here that I forgot on the little fay. But yeah, we're going to pull out the purples and just work with purple for a while, and hopefully we'll at least get this part finished and move on to the next part. Be ideal. Now all my paints are all over the place, so that one. Not that one. Because I've been painting so much, these like bits and pieces, like the tub that all the paints get shoved into, got it all mixed up, so it's like a bit messy. Alright, that's our neon, our two mids, and then there should be the light green as well. I did want to put brown. I'm actually going to have to get some more brown paint. There's so much brown paint. And that one. Pull out a white just in case. There's the green light. Alright, the greens, we've got the browns, we've got a white and a black, and we've got our purples. Beatty, hello, how are you going today? And Brooke Lawrence, kia ora, welcome in. I'm a long time subscriber, I love your content, thank you so much. Hope you're good today. I'm doing alright, thank you. It was a busy day yesterday, because it was a public holiday. There was a market on, so I was running my mum to the market, and then she forgot her phone, so I had to run back home, pick up some stuff, run it back down to her. Then I came back home, fell asleep, and that was basically my day, and then went and picked her up again. So yeah, it was busy, but it was good. I took my injection last night because I had in my head that today was injection day. I take an injection every 10 days for my inflammatory arthritis. And so when that injection is running through my system, I'm a lot less inflamed, and it's like I feel better. It's a better day. And so I had in my head that today was injection day, and I was so sore last night that I ended up taking it right before I went to bed so that it would be like pumping through my system when I got up this morning, because I was very much in need of the injection. And it worked. Like, I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God, I feel at least like I can move today. Looked at my phone and realized that injection day was actually tomorrow. So it won't be the end of the world that I've taken it a day early. I'll just have to shuffle a few things in my, like, shuffle the next injections a day back. But I was a bit like, whoops. But it's not the end of the world. It's happened before. PJ party! Yeah, enjoy PJs. PJs are the best. We love some good cozy PJs here. We're very much in PJ party mode. Right, so I have my 4 purples plus our black paint so that we can start in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fix up this little fey area in here that I missed. That separates the head of the fey from the wings of the fey. So there's like a little section in here that I just obviously never came back to finish painting. Not a hard fix up, but just one of those things you gotta do. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of acrylic paint work. It's definitely been the vibes and the mood at the moment, but I'm now at a point where I finished off 2 pages yesterday and I'm like, yeah, I've got that need done. I'm over the acrylic paint now. So now it's very much like I want to get this done because I want to move on. But those were the vibes, you know? Sometimes you have the vibes. I'm in PJs too. Got a comfy fleece plaid pants and one of my mini horror movie t-shirts. Nice. That sounds like a vibe, Brooke. I'm in just... It looks really pale and insipid on me. It's probably like not the most fancy of like appropriate things to wear on stream. Plus it's missing a button, so it's like a little wee. But it's just like a very old cotton pajama set. But the main thing is it's cotton, so it's very lightweight, which is great because it's summer and it's hot. Even though it's long sleeve, it's cotton and super breathable. So yeah, it's not bad. I'm doing better. Had a rough couple of weeks. Went to the rheumatologist on Monday and they switched me from the old pain meds to a pain patch that I change once a week. So here's hoping things will get better. I've heard good things about pain patch. I did think about seeing about getting my pain medication changed because for a while there it didn't feel like it was really doing a lot, but we did kind of change how I take my pain meds and that's helped a bit. I think I just got a bit, you know, you acclimatise to your pain meds after a while, so it's always good to sort of, if things aren't working, switch it up and see how things go. So I hope that helps for you, BD. I'm missing a paintbrush. Alright, you're not the one. It's easy to scoop. There you are. You've fallen into the water. But hang on, I'm missing the good paintbrush. Got my sweatpants, comfy shirt, and my blanket, coffee and relaxing. Yeah, that sounds like a mood too. Cotton PJs are so comfy, they really are. It is really worthwhile investing in cotton PJs. As someone who basically lives in PJs as well, all my PJs are cotton. Or natural fibres, because just so much better. With the exception of my blanket hoodies that I sleep in winter because of how easily cold I get. But there'll be cotton pajamas underneath my full-length blanket hoodies. Can't wait till it cools enough that I can actually start wearing blanket hoodies again. I miss my cozy blankie hoodies. But we're of course in the middle of summer right now, so we're in the height of the heat. I read an article that was like, one of the coldest Januaries. And I was like, seriously? It has been nothing but scorches this January. Just no. I don't know where you're getting your information wrong, but no, you are incorrect, article. Oh, Christmas album. Alright. We only play that one in December. Hopefully Shadow won't table paint again. I don't think he will. He's actually been avoiding the desk because of it. He did try to jump up last night, but I got him off pretty quickly because again there was still wet paint out. And so I think he accepted like, oh, paint, so yeah. I think he's just gotta learn. But he's been too hot. He's been avoiding hanging around or anything because he's also too hot. He comes in, he gets his food, and then he disappears outside into whatever shade he can find because he's just so hot at the moment, and spends all day hidden in the bush in the cool bush, because of course he's a black cat, so he heats up really quickly as well. And then every once in a while you see him about in the sun warming up, and then he goes back to the bush. I sent you an update on my page, and your Kerby is looking awesome. I can't use acrylic, I work too slow, even with a, yeah, with the, can't pronounce it, but the slow down medium. I have like a little bit of water in a spray bottle that I sometimes spritz over the palette to just help keep it a little dry, a little wetter. Those are words. Wow, we're already starting on the word issues. Good job, Amy. Okay, well, we'll check out your update when I next look at my phone, but I am excited. Yeah, I had a very busy, it wasn't too bad, but it was a lot, and I was in a lot of pain yesterday. So I did, like, I have a thing with Mum, like, I'll take her to the markets, that's no issue. But I did say to her yesterday that I knew my pain level was too high, that I wasn't going to be able to lift any boxes or move or unpack or help her with the unpacking side of the market. So she kicked ass and did all of that, which is great. Yeah, we'll be back on Saturday to do that, but at least on Saturday I'll have a little bit more movement, and I'll actually be able to assist with the unload and stuff like that. I have to make a point of also going and printing my fabulous freebies page, because I still haven't gotten that printed. I want hot temperatures. It's snowy, windy, and too wintry. Oh, send some this way. At one point, the car said it was like 27 Celsius. I was like, nah, it feels even hotter than that, because of course humidity. So a lot of these areas are actually a bit harder to do than the main. Like the main was a lot of work, but at least it's lots of little areas. These big areas are actually a bit harder to blend and get looking even. At least for me. Which is part of the reason why I'm just kind of starting with the darks. It's an easy way to go as well. My knee is killing me, so I'm taking it easy and try to keep the pain level down. Good idea. Definitely take the self-care. If you don't take the self-care you need, your body will force you to take the self-care. Part of me is like, I should just go back to bed. Still feel pretty drained. Yeah, there's no real exciting news. Nothing notable. I got a lot of work tonight because the union for the laboratory is striking. The only reason I'm not in the union is because of being casual and not being able to afford the fees as a casual. I used to be a union delegate for my laboratory, so because of that I am actually on, but I only do my 2 hours as rusted. That does mean there's a lot of work to do tonight. Acrylic is hard for me to work with. I prefer pencils, watercolors, or ink tints. Yeah, I go through moods. Like, you know, the end of last month was all about ink tints, and then at the moment it's just all been about acrylics. But I'm feeling that acrylic need die down, and then we'll figure out what the mood is from there, you know? I just get hyper fixated on a material for a while. Yeah, I just really wanted to play with acrylic paints, but I don't see myself doing this every month. It's been fun. It's been fun for something different. I've enjoyed it, but I'm definitely now at the point of like, yeah, I'm done with the paints, so I want to move on to other things. So, like, I'm still enjoying this page, don't get me wrong. That's why we're streaming it today, but I'm also like, I want this page done. But that's also me wanting to like click a finger and have all the pages done at once. And it don't work like that, unfortunately. It would be wonderful to have the ability to just click your fingers, or like actually pause time as you colour so that you can spend hours and hours but then no time has actually passed at all. It's the complete opposite when you're colouring. You blink and 4 hours has passed. That's what happened last night. I was gonna go to bed at like 9:30, but I was like, oh, I'll just finish one more section of this page, and then next thing I know it's 1 AM. It's like, oops. I want a handmade fountain pen. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Congratulations, Stardust. Those pens can be like so pretty and so fancy, so that's so cool. I'm trying to remember if I've ever won art supplies before. I did when I was a child. There was like a little local television kids show And so I drew a story of the main character. It was called Squirt, and it had Jason Gunn, who's like a local known celebrity, and a penguin, and the penguin's name was Squirt. And so I drew this little story adventure of Squirt the penguin doing things. And no, I didn't win art supplies on that one. I won a watch. I was very disappointed because the previous week someone had drawn a picture and won like all these art supplies, and it was so cool, and I won a watch, and I was like, oh. I think I did something, the other kids show, What Now? They did a Mother's Day competition, and I won something on that one too. I drew a picture of Mum. That's right, they framed our pictures and they sent them back to us. Yeah, I don't think I've ever won art supplies. I might have won something as a kid. I entered a lot of the art competitions as a kid. Just like kid competitions, the colouring competitions. So there might have been something when I was a kid. Definitely not as an adult. I'm fairly confident. Anyway, it's very cool, Stardust. Congratulations. It's so exciting to win something too. Elizabeth, hello, hello. Welcome in. How are you going today, hon? Okay. Now, I do need to pull out one more colour, and I also need to fix up the pores for this too. I'm going to take this tan colour, which is actually what we used in the teeth with some of that white purple, and we made a more white. It's actually tan and the white purple, which is a very odd combo to think about, but it works really well. And I realize I want to actually do the claws in this color. So I'm just going to go over these claws here. And it just warms up the color. In fact, I probably could go in straight with the brown because it's got that purple layer if I go in a bit translucent. Yeah, that helps, and it just kind of pops it a bit more out as well. And left-handed still be my issue, but I'll see when I get there. Fingers crossed it's not an issue. Yeah, there's a lot of like, I'm always seeing little competitions to win things, but then as soon as I go and check the terms and conditions, it's like, it's not valid for my country, because it's either like, you know, America only, or there was this really cute and cozy colouring book. I think it's like The Traveller's Tales or something. It's got a kangaroo on the front. And they were doing a giveaway for that one. And it was like, it included Australia, but it didn't include New Zealand. I was like, damn it. And then a lot of the time when YouTubers have giveaways and stuff like that, sometimes they don't specify if it's worldwide. And it's like, do you ship to New Zealand? Like, so sometimes I don't want to enter because they don't specify if it is actually open internationally. Because, you know, I don't want to just presume. And then some of them will specify that it's only the States, which is valid. Like, shipping is expensive. Yeah. How are you doing today? What did I miss? You've literally just joined us. We haven't done all that much. I've just started working a bit more of the purple. And building, we're starting to work on the body. So, yeah. Just carrying on. We're up to just done a bit of the wing in here, a little bit in here, a little bit in here. So you haven't missed much. Yeah, other than that, we're going all right. I accidentally took my injection a day early, thinking it was today, but it was tomorrow, because I had it in my brain that today was injection day. It was not tomorrow's injection day, but hey, That's okay. It's not the end of the world. They've taken a little early. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time I've accidentally taken it a day early. Even though I have it on my phone for a reason. But yeah, other than that, we're doing good because I have my injection pumping through my system. We're doing really well today. And I'm just very excited to get some more of this page done and hopefully be wrapping up this page soon. The goal today is to at least finish this half of the page, keeping in mind that when we paint certain areas I have to match the pages up so that it carries on across. US or UK only most of the time? Yeah, it's understandable. Again, shipping is a lot. Like, I have a couple of things set up because I do want to do another charity stream. And see, Waitangi Day would have been a perfect day to do a charity stream, but I knew I just wouldn't have spoons for it on that day. And then do some giveaways, or I don't know, just do some sort of special stream or something. But it's also factoring in shipping costs, and so have to be prepared for that. Like, I had kind of started setting some things up for the week of my birthday, and we were going to do another big birthday giveaway stream. Last birthday, not this year, but last year, I ended up giving away a bunch of art cards, and we did like 5 days worth of streaming. It was this big birthday party. It was really fun. But yeah, I was thinking this year we might just do a charity stream, but I haven't been well enough to actually manage to do it, so yeah. We'll get there eventually, you know? As I've been saying, the Forest Witch vibes are strong, and they're still very, very strong. In fact, if anything, they're increasing. So I'm also trying to be conscious of the fact that I'm getting all the signals of me needing to do a mental health break. So I've already decided for March we're going to be doing a lot less buddy colours. I've already committed to 2. One is a rollover from this month, and then one asked for this month, but I already knew I had too many, so I was like, I might have to put this one to next month. So I've already got 2 committed, and I think that's where I'll leave it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yellow, you're not going on the desk. You're not going on the desk. You can have some cuddles up here with your tail well away from the wet paint. His tail is... So let me touch his tail again, so that's something. You just want cuddles today. Probably treats too. I can give you treats on the ground, but you're not going on the desk. You're settling down really quickly. I think he just wants cuddles today. And you're so cute when you're cuddly. When you're in cuddle mode, you're adorable. Yeah, you just want cuddles. Yeah, wet nose. He might actually let me paint if he can sit like this. His tail is waving, so we'll make sure we keep his tail well away from the paint. We're not having a disaster like last time. He's like, hey, you're streaming, I'm gonna go make my appearance. Yep, it's like he knows. He knows when I'm streaming. He knows. You know. And I'm sorry, but you can't have desk time today. You can't show your butt off to the world. Alright, now if you'll stay there settled and let me paint, you're totally fine. He looks so cuddly and cute. He can be. Whoop! Except when he's doing this. No. I said no, you can't go on the desk. Settle. If you can get him over your shoulder like a baby, he will settle down on here. This is how my dad used to hold him, so sometimes he will settle like this. You just got to get him to settle. Wet nose. So gross. So gross. Alright. Just give him some head pats. There you go. Settling down. See? And now I can work. I mean, I'm still working at quite a distance to not get your tail in the paint, but no. Settle down. He's looking at the windowsill. Sorry, you can't go on the windowsill today. Once we finish this page, you can have access to the desk again, but you can't while I'm painting. It's the same as when I'm doing glitter paint. You're not allowed on the desk. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I cannot move at all. I am now forever trapped here with a cat on my shoulder and cat hair up my nose. Nothing to investigate. I'm just painting. It's okay. You can settle back down. Drooled all over himself. Gross. Alright. Let's see if we can sneak ourselves a little closer. Every cat owner knows that when the cat is on you, you're trapped forever. Yep, you cannot move. We can do the swing like a baby, rock him like a baby, and that's about it. We do not stand up. We do not have this arm. We are forever and ever a giant pillow. Oh. Oh, that was dangerous. Okay. So his tail is like there, but it doesn't quite reach at the moment. It could reach if he fully extends. Oh, the cat is on your chair. You sit somewhere else? Yeah. Shadow doesn't jump up on this chair when I'm not in this chair. It's only when I'm in this chair he jumps onto this chair and he crawls up behind me. It's part of the reason why all the covering on this chair is like ripped off entirely. Because he's clawed it to shreds, pulling himself up on the chair. Even though he's really not meant to do that. Alright, my arm is really starting to hurt holding your hair, Cat, so... You're too heavy! You're too heavy! He's quite content today because he actually decided he liked his breakfast and demolished the whole can and then meowed and asked for more food. So he put down a sachet, he ate 2 bites and then he decided he was done. But at least he ate a good breakfast today and actually was content for a change. Funny that, you actually eat the food and then you're not hungry all the time. It's almost like we know something when we put food down for you that you should be eating. Oh yeah, he's falling asleep on my shoulder now. Bye. What is everyone doing today? Yeah, what is everyone else colouring? Oh, why are you perking up? Do you want down? Tell me you want down. Oh, oh. Be careful with your shirt, he's pulling it. Yeah. What are you going to do? Put you down. Oh, you popped a button, that's why. It's a very old pajama shirt. It's probably very inappropriate. Alright, there you go. There's your treat. There's a treat. Alright. Rebutting that up. He's like, I show my butthole on camera. Why can't you open your shirt up, Amy? It's like, because you shouldn't be showing your butthole on camera, Cat. Now we have cat fur everywhere. Where the cat hair is up my nose as well. I'm laughing so hard, well, I'm glad you're having a good time. Cat hair. Tasty. Yeah, he's bounced out now. Even though I put the potential blanket for him on the floor. Fully bounced out now. He got his treats, he got his cuddles, he's content, and now he's going to go out into the bush and go play. Nah, don't worry, I'm laughing too. Genuinely, like 90% of the time what I just wear on stream is whatever I can be effed about, so it's pretty hobo-esque, and you know, I've willingly admitted multiple times I don't wear a bra on stream because they're too uncomfortable. Like, I ain't here dressed to impress. You get whatever. Like, the spoons are going to streaming, the spoons aren't going to wearing clothes, because legit, the act of wearing normal clothes takes more spoons than comfy pajamas. Comfort will always be my top priority. Like when you already have neck and upper back pain, and then you have to put a bra on and it's like pushing on those shoulders and where that neck and upper back pain is, it's just like, nah. Nah. Nah, he's already enough pain, not dealing with this too. Evil contraptions. Evil contraptions, I tell ya. Whoa. I'm colouring Christine Karen. Spoons dictated what to do, and getting dressed is taking more energy than people realise. It does. It does. Like, it's one of those things where it may just be such a obvious thing, but it's just, it really is a lot. It's not even like fancy dress, it's just like regular clothes. Because like the simple act of buttoning up a pair of pants can be a lot with my hands some days. So it's like, well, tights, like buttoning up a shirt, or, you know, any sort of fancy latch work, anything like that. It's like, nah, t-shirt. And even that can be too much because you got to pull that over your head. Like it all stacks up. It's just little things, but it all adds up into requiring a lot more effort than I may have to give some days. So it's like, cool, nah, screw all this, we're putting on PJs. PJs that I can just slink my way into and slink my way out of. Yeah, my collarbone area is one of my worst, so I understand the bro bra thing. Yeah, it really, really is such a thing. And I am not of a size that I can get away with not wearing a bra. Like, you really do need to wear a bra. I'm aware, but also screw it. As I said, comfort is king. And I do like dressing up. Like, if I have the spoons, it's quite fun to dress up, you know? It's the same thing with makeup. Like, I don't bother with makeup or anything like that most of the time because genuinely it's too much effort and then I have to wash it off. But it is fun every once in a while to play around with makeup and shove a ton of glitter on my face. And every once in a while I'll do it but I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it because of a social norm to wear makeup or stuff. Like, I stream whatever. I put it on because I decided I wanted to wear glitter on my face that day, or I wanted to play around with some blue eyeshadow, or I wanted to have a red lip, you know? Just as comfortable fully dressed up in glam as I am in PJs. In fact, I'm probably a lot more comfortable in PJs, but you know what I mean. Yeah, buttons really are the worst. And you can get little tools to help you with buttoning clothes, but it's still really fiddly and cumbersome. And it's like, oh, I swear I've got cat hair up my nose. It's so itchy. Like, I don't feel like the tools do all that much anyway to help. Like, it still feels just as fiddly as trying to wear button-up clothes, so I just don't wear button-up clothes. Like, if I can't just throw this thing on in my wardrobe. My wardrobe is pretty straightforward, though. I mean, 90% of it comes from the op shop. And it's all pretty much cotton. I got rid of a lot of clothes that I used to keep just because they were like clothes, like they were cute clothes and I did wear them, but as I go out and out less and resolve, like wear more and more PJs and just stay around the house, it's like, well, I don't need these, like, you know, I used to work in an office. I worked for a laboratory. I used to go in all the time, and I used to work as an administrator. So I had like a lot of administration clothes. I used to work in a lawyer's office, so I had quite a few like nice suit jackets and stuff like that. Like I had these really nice clothes, but it's like I never wear them. But a lot of them are like poly blend as well, and it's like I really don't like the feel of these fabrics anymore. So I just got rid of a bunch of them. Rita Berman got her book in French and only in UK, France. I'm upset. I want her book so bad. Oh, it's bigger? Oh, that would be fantastic. Like, I love her work, but having more room to do even more blends and shading with some of her pages. Hopefully the English version is good then. I mean, colouring is still pretty, like, there's quite a strong colouring in France contingent as well, so. If you ever, like, for me, it's usually about 3 to 4 a.m. because it's complete opposite time schedules. But on Twitch, there's a whole bunch of French colourists that come on. And, like, I don't understand a word they're saying because I don't speak French. But it's really neat to watch. I usually just lurk in the background. Not that I've been able to do it for a while because of my Twitch issues, but yeah. The exchange cost is too high for me to get them. Yeah, that's valid. That is super valid. Okay, so here is where I'm talking about. We've got a blend between the two pages. So we have to make sure that it's flowing one to the other. Too much paint. You only wanted a little bit just to work it in. Good but. I love Barbara colors. Yes. So good. So good. Yeah, I wish I could watch more of them because of time zones, but I also just haven't had time to sit down and watch a lot of streams. I feel like I've been on the go a lot lately. That's difficult. I think that's also contributing to my forest witch vibes mood at the moment, because it just feels like it's go consistently. No, it's really not, but it just still feels like there's a lot on. How are you going to put the book back together? I'm not 100% sure yet, but I do want to get it properly bound. I don't want to get it spiral bound or clip bound or anything that cuts into it. There is a rebinding service based up in Auckland, which may cost a little bit. I can just go to my local stationery shop and they'll just spiral bound it onto the rings, like, you know, like this, where they just punch holes and put a spiral bound in there. Like, I know I can get that done for about $15-20 or something like that. I don't really want to do that, but if I have to, that's the route I'll go. But before I get it spiral bound, every page I have to figure out a sealer. That's why this book has the baking paper between pages. I need to find a sealer to seal everything and make sure everything is sealed and archival. and then talk to a few places, find out how much it's going to cost to get this properly rebound. I've also looked into rebinding books myself, and I actually think I could possibly pull it off. I just don't know if I want my first project to be Mythomorphia, you know? But I've been looking into it. I'm like, I could actually do this. Like, it's very logical in how to do it. It does mean, like, I'd need a book clamp, and like, that's just clamps and wood, which I have downstairs. Like, I could literally make the book clamp. The glue part, I just need to investigate the glues and find the appropriate glue. And then I might have to do like some cover scanning and reprinting of the actual Mythomorphia cover and make like a proper cover for it or stuff like that. That's fine. That's doable. Like, it is very doable. So yeah, it is like, it is something that I will be looking into, but I'm not worrying too much about it until I fully complete the book anyway. Like, we have to complete the book first, and I think that's still probably another year or so away, depending. I think, what did I say? There's about 21 individual pages. I think it's like 13 spreads. So like, if I did a Mythomorphia page each month, I would finish it this year. I don't think I will. I mean, I may do. It depends on Cindy. Like, Cindy and I have been buddying in this over the last good few months to try and get some more pages done before Dark Fairy Tales releases. She was aiming for 50%, and I just wanted to get more of the book completed. So we've just been working our way through the list of the pages I had remaining, and then if Cindy gets spooned, she's done additional pages. And like, I have one page I can do without Cindy because she's already done that one, for example. And yeah, we've made quite a bit of progress in it together. But I don't know if we'll carry on when Dark Fairy Tales is released. Probably, again, it's released at the end of March. So next month is like our last hurrah before the book is released. And then I might wait a month or two and then message her and be like, hey, do you want to carry on? Or I might just carry on. I don't know. It's not like I want to complete it this year goal. Like, it'll be cool to complete it, but I'm also not going to push myself to complete it. It'll get done when it gets done. It's definitely on the home stretch though, which is very, very cool. Alright, so just making sure we carry on around here. Oh, I swear my eyes are so itchy since that cat was here. So again, we are working over 2 halves, so I've also got to try and not overspill it because both sides are done underneath. This is also trying to dry a bit. I started the dragon from Mythomorphia, the inside cover one, testing ink tints. I do really like ink tints in this book. I do find, depending on your copy though, so this one is the American copy, And I find that I need to do 2 layers, whereas if I do it in a UK copy, I can get away with just 1 layer of Inktense. Or I have to be like really pedantic in how I layer my Inktense in a US copy. Most of my copies are UK because that is we do UK English here, so we do tend to get UK copies here. But every once in a while I'll find an American copy. And I prefer the UK copies. I prefer the whiteness of the paper. I prefer the way that they're bound. I do like the thickness and the tooth of the American paper in the older copies, but I don't like the creaminess of it, and I don't like the way it absorbs Inktense as much as I like the UK ones. So yeah, I tend to prefer the UK versions. I was so tempted yesterday just to go out and buy a new colouring book. I was in a shopping mood. I was just wanting to buy like any colouring book, but there's only 2 places locally that sell colouring books. And I looked online to see if they had anything new in, and they did not. I was like, well, I've already brought everything I want from them, so there's no point. I could have gone and got them printed like some digital pages or something. You know, when you're just like in a shopping mood and it's like, I just want to buy this. It's not even necessarily about colouring it. You just want like the boon of buying it. Oh, my nose. UK's copies have better paper personally, yeah. They are slammed at work. My manager has just messaged me asking if I want to do additional hours. Love it. That is so cool, Stardust. That's so damn cool. Am I okay to show that one on stream? Love the tones you're getting in there. May I ask what type of pencils you're using as well? Look at this. Look at this gorgeousness. Inktense and Pro Color and Prisma. Nice. I love it. I love the tones that you've got in, how green she is. It is so pretty. Where it is. Yeah, I'm banging away. I've still got Starcatcher marked. I need to move that mark. Let's not put this in the wet paint, Amy. Did I mark Forest Sprite? That would have been logical. Nope, I marked Fairy Flower Crown. There's Forest Sprite. Alright, while we're here, I know I have a post-it around here somewhere because I was looking at it thinking I should steal that post-it for something. There it is. Alright, now it's marked. This is a page here that without any colour, so absolutely gorgeous. You can see I've got a bunch of yellow transfer from some cheap alcohol markers that did turn the page yellow, so I have to work with some yellowing on the page, which is fine. Like, I'm just going to work some yellow Inktense into the background. But yeah, it's on the list. I've been working and lurking. Kia ora, Marilyn. How are you going? Last night I started my Kerby with Inktense. I love tons of colour laydown and then activating all at once. It's like watching things come to life. It is. It's magic. Like basing a bunch of basing like a ton and then just activating and going through and just watching that pigment change is glorious. It really is like magic. It's part of the reason why, as I was saying earlier, that I've been in a painting mood. So, like, I feel like I've got those painting vibes out of me now. But, yeah, now that the painting vibes are done, I'm ready to get back to Naoko Neko, which is Inktense. Like, I'm looking forward to getting back to Naoko Neko, but I want to finish this one off first. Right, I should... That's the manager. Right, so if I'm doing 2 extra hours, because I'm still capped at 10, I start at 4:30, so that would mean jumping in at 2:30, which basically means no nap today. It is day 1, so I could go without a nap. That would give you a chance to do stats as well, because I'm also behind on the stats. Alright, I'll let her know I'll jump in at 2:30. I use a colour splendor so the paper won't wrinkle as much. Yeah, that was something that I recently started doing as well. I did that in an Airy book and I was like, oh, I like this. Like, I like the control it gave for the small areas. Still prefer water, but yeah, you do have to be like really careful with the water. Yeah, it's magic. It's freaking magic. Freaking love Inktense. Like, a while ago, Mum and I were talking because she decided to lower the house in contents insurance if something happens. Because we were talking about how much we would genuinely need to replace stuff in the house. And like, Mum and I aren't fancy, so we'd be happy to replace with second hand. And she's like, we were working out what of my stuff, and I was like, well, look, legit, if something happens, I'm aware, like, I'm losing all my collection. It's going to be heartbreaking, right? But if we're looking at replacement of all my supplies, my computer is obviously a no, like, that has to be factored in because I need my computer for work. I need my computer, like, my computer setup is the crucial thing. So my computer would have to be replaced. And then I was like, if it came down to it, I would only look at replacing Inktense immediately. Like, that would be the one where I'd need this whole set replaced immediately, because I can work with cheap pencils if I've got Inktense to base. I can work with Inktense on their own. So like, Inktense, one full set, so like, I think it's like 500 or 600 bucks to bring in the 100 set here. So it's like one full set of pencils. Legit, I would just go and I would just start with a couple of books that I could get locally. I wouldn't replace the entire collection. It would be starting over again. It would be so painful, but it's what would happen. But you don't need to factor in replacing every single book in my collection or stuff like that. Like, it'll be what it would be, and I would start over again. So yeah, it was quite interesting to kind of think about, like, if I had to start over again, what would be the pencils that I would get the most? And it was like, when I thought about it, it's like Inktense. Inktense are the pencils that I would want to start with. So, because yeah, if I had Inktense pencils, I could just grab Faber-Castell Classic Colour, and they would work brilliantly. I could use Crayola on top because you've got that good strong pigmented colour base, and then you could work some cheap pencils on top for more detailed shading where it's needed. So yeah, it's quite interesting to sit down and sort of think about them. Yeah, like I love my Prismas, I love my Polychromos. Like I would get them eventually. Like I would slowly build the collections up again. I've talked about before how I've built my pencil collections by buying pencil by pencil, and that's how I would do it again. But you know, obviously, if you know, this is, of course, this is talking like worst case scenario here, and us just talking about, because you know, worst case, it's like, look, if it happened, you know, obviously the priority is making sure, you know, we have some clothes to wear. Would have to, you know, move and get like a fridge, a washing machine. Like we need those staples first. So we were trying to figure out like at what point can we like, and then what would be the essentials of our own things to replace. Not like the wants, not like the fancies, like what would be the essentials. And Mum understands that colouring is my mental health activity. So I need some colouring. Some colouring is essential. But it's like, yeah, I would love to get, you know, my alcohol markers replaced. But again, that's not an essential. If I have a set of pencils and they're good quality pencils that will allow me to work how I want to work, and I have a colouring book, it's like you can get a Kerby from the warehouse, so a $10, $20 colouring book, the $20 here for a basic colouring book, but just a $20 colouring book, just pop to the warehouse, I can grab a couple of the Kerbys, order in a set of Inktense, and then like the Crayola or Faber-Castell pencils are $20 to $30, so it's like for $200, not 200, sorry, the big cost is the Inktense, but then like $50 to $60 would have enough that would tie me through that time. And then as we get settled and established, that's when I slowly start personally building out my collection again. Yeah. Replacement items would be Inktense watercolor pencils, Prisma's polys, gouache and watercolor, gel crayons, pastels, or distress inks. Not all free. Yeah. For books, I'd only do my artist editions with good quality paper, but I wouldn't do Joanna Bassett, Colouring Kevin, or any Amazon paper. I would replace my books if I have PDFs of the images. Yeah, so I would still have my PDFs because they're uploaded to a cloud. So I'd still have all my PDF books. There's a lot of fabulous freebies out there, hence the hashtag. So it's like I can get some freebies out there, like, you know, like these options out there. And yeah, it was just like if I had to bare bones it. Now ideally would manage to replace all this and then still have a little bit left over, and then it's like, cool, okay, I've got, you know, an extra 100, what can I spend this on, you know? But we were just talking what would be the absolute bare minimum that would be needed. Like if you had to absolutely bare bones it, what could you get away with? And I was like, well, grab a Kerby book locally, Inktense, and then a pack of Crayola or Faber-Castell, because if I've got those Inktense, I can use them directly, and I also have the ability to add on top of, because they are such good basing pencils. So it's like, that would be it. That would be the one set that I would get instantly replaced. But everything else, like, it would suck. And it wouldn't be forever. Like, I would, again, build up my tones over time. But yeah, absolute bare bones. We've lost everything. We're starting again. What is the bare basics I can get away with to just tide me over? Order in the Inktense local Kerby book. We're done. But it's quite funny when you think about it, to like sit down and figure out what could I get away with, what don't I need, you know? Because there's just so many art supplies I've built up over the years, and it's like, oh. You know, like I have a lot of distress inks. I like using distress inks. Would I be sad? I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to rush out to replace them. I do more backgrounds with the distress inks. Yeah. And a lot of my supplies too, I do look for cheaper alternatives. So a lot of them are quite cheap as well, and I can find cheap products and cheap alternatives, and you know, you find ways. So yeah, you find means. Yeah. But yeah, again, this is talking, I hope it never ever comes to fruition, but this was just talking like worse of worse situations and stuff like that. It's the same with Mum, because she has all her jewelry making stuff, and she has like a lot of her own craft supplies, so it was kind of like talking about what would you pare down to and what would you replace. And yeah, so Mum was like, she was like, honestly, I probably wouldn't look at replacing a lot of it. I don't consider a lot of it essential. So yeah, but again, we were talking because she knows colouring is my mental health activity, so it's not just as simple as, oh, it's your hobby, you know, it's not essential. She understands, for me, this is an essential for my mental health. So it would be a like, yes, we've got to get onto this. But yeah, it was just, you know, absolute basics. What can we do? So yeah. And we're both like, oh, we're just try to shop secondhand where we can, and, you know, like, we'd make do. I think you do make do in like tough situations as well. Like you find a way, you work your way through. There's a lot of resilience and strength that comes from chaotic times. Actually, speaking of chaotic times, tomorrow's the anniversary of my dad's death again. Yeah, tomorrow's the 8th. It would have been 4 years. God, speaking of chaotic times. For those that don't know, when my dad died, it was a very shock out of the blue incident. He was walking around a lake on a hike, and he happened to stop to chat to a friend who happened to be a doctor, and he had a blood clot that got caught around his heart because it was a big blood clot. And yeah, it just got caught, and he just went like that, dropped down, gone. So very, very quick, very, very shocking, out of the blue. So yeah, very chaotic time. Okay, we're getting there with this body. We are getting there. Cool. Manager is happy. So I'm now starting work at 2:30, which means we will turn off for today and turn on for today, Monday, the work alarm. And then we set an alarm for 2:25. Just so I know. Because then I have the, oi, you got 5 minutes to log into work alarm. Just in case. Okay, bring back this one. I'll be glad when we don't have to line these up anymore. Honestly, this... Oh damn, that was a gap. That was not a fold. Well, we'll just blend it out and turn it into a fold. It's a fold now. This is why I should have really been working with the two together, but oh well. Right, you're going to be turned green anyway. When you print your pages, do you just do it on regular printer paper? For myself personally, I get my pages, I don't own a printer, I go to a print store. And the print store allows me to take in my own paper. But the paper I use I actually buy there. There's a couple of different types that I buy from them. But yeah, I just walk in with the own paper and then they'll print whatever I want onto this paper. So that's how I print pages, but I'm not sure what everyone else does. But yeah, I get mine printed at the art store, at the printing store, so that, well, stationary office type store, and their printer will accept like 300 GSM, no issue. So I could get printed onto really, really thick card if I wanted to. It would be handy to have my own printer, but it's not worth it. So I just take it down to the art store. Works for me. I call it the art store. It's not an art store, but it does have some art supplies. It's an office stationery store. Suzanne! Lurking mostly tonight. Not a good day for me, but got so curious from the subject of your collection. Amy, do you know how large it is? I do, because I keep a very good track of it. Which means I can provide insurance with an exact list of every single book in my collection. I believe it's 258? 256. I have 256 books in my collection. Hello, hello, lovely. Kia ora. Welcome in. Just doing the difficult job of working over the fold. So trying to get these areas done so that I can work back on one page at a time. Hope you're doing well today. Hope feeling refreshed and ready to go. I just got asked to work early tonight, so we now have a hard 2 o'clock finish, no matter what, because it'll give me half an hour to make some food, get logged in, go to the bathroom, all that good stuff. That will come over there. That's dark, and then that can come down there. Okay. So it may look a little weird because I'm kind of working this middle section. We've still got these areas up here unpainted, but this will allow me to blend into those sections and will make sure that these two sections are cohesive. That's the main thing. Mum is crafting today. I hear a hammer. I hear all sorts of banging. Oh, she'll be working on her board. That's alright. She's tacking nails into a board. What paint are you using? I am using a mixture of acrylic paints. I've got some Kmart Anko paints. I've got some Montmart. I've got some Simcoe from Spotlight. It's just a random acrylic paints that I'm using today. Juliet Colours! Hello, hello. Welcome in. Kia ora. How are you going today, lovely? Just whatever's there. Yeah, pretty much. I did recently replace my acrylic paints because, you know, there is technically a shelf life to acrylic paints, and some of my acrylic paints were like 20 years old and they were bad. So I did replace it with just some from Kmart and stuff like that. So, but some of them were fine, but there were some really, like, there were some paints from when I was 16 and I'm 36. So, like, yeah, no, these ones are definitely gone. But I don't use acrylic paints enough to really justify buying, like, the Liquitex, even though the Liquitex ones are gorgeous, because I use paints. Don't use paints that frequently, so. But then again, if after this month's kick, maybe I will want to paint more frequently, you know, and then maybe it would be worthwhile buying. I do need to buy a few more bright colours, but we're making do with what we got. Made do all month with what I've got while I've been on this painting kick. Doing good. Trying to get my February plans started soon. I'll probably have to dip out at some point if I get prep done. Oh, good. I appreciate you being here for however long you can be here. It's always exciting too to hear about plans and see what people are up to in the month. I love plan videos because it always ends up inspiring me to, like, pull out different books or look at different pages. So it's like, oh yes, that was a good choice. I have to remember that page, you know? Yay! Alright. Just need to stay together. It's so sticky. Blend that one a little bit. A little bit of dark for in there. And there is our crease done. I can move that page away and now just focus on finishing this half, because I know how it'll end over here, so I don't have to worry about blending, like having the two halves look separate now. So we can finish this page, and then this will be this whole page done, except for a little touch of the green fire, which when I pull out the next lot of green I'll bring in. And obviously the little fay as well, which we'll do at the end. But it'll be all the purple done on this side, which is the goal for today, to get at least this half done. Obviously it'll be nice to get a bit more done, but if we get this half done, I'm happy. So what are we up to? We know Juliet's possibly sorting out stuff for February plans. We know Stardust is working on Christine Karen. Anyone else doing anything exciting, colouring or otherwise? Annie, hello. I'm just doing some Cocoa Y. My brain needed easy colouring today. That is so valid, Annie. D, hello, hello. Kia ora. Welcome in. Easy colouring is a vibe. Sometimes you just need, you know? And if that's doing like the cozy colouring style or simpler line work or colour by numbers, like it's still valid colouring. Or, you know, I've been doing a couple of pages in Selena Phoenix grayscale books. It's just pulling out alcohol markers because all the shadings there are just flat colouring of alcohol markers. And it's fantastic. And, you know, sometimes it's just what you need. Lurking on Amazon, getting sleepy. My pain meds kicked in, so if I fall asleep and don't answer, sorry. That's all good, Stardust. You do whatever you need to do, and if you fall asleep, I am glad you are getting sleep, because I know how difficult it can be to sleep while you're in pain. So, you know, you do what you need to do. Hopefully it's nice and chill and helping you feel relaxed here. I finished my first page in Serendipity a while ago, but worked on an alcohol basing a page in Undead Academy, but just put it aside for a little bit of a rest. Undead Academy is such a cool book. Like, I don't have any of the Mythogorias, and I'm not likely to get many of them, but I would get Undead Academy. Like, that one is absolutely beautiful, and there's such fascinating character work in there. With it not being overly gory, just being, like, spooky. I can get into it, especially with all the characters. It's that character work that's just so fantastic in it. No colouring for me for a while. I'm living vicariously for everyone. That's okay, D. Sorry you can't colour, but hopefully we can give you the vicarious colouring. I mean, I'm not colouring with pencils, I'm colouring with acrylic paint, but hopefully it still gives you the same vibes. Blend this out. And I want a touch of this. Might even need to switch to the thinner brush here. So here we go. I want Serendipity and Mountain King. They look so cute. I'm going to ask for Sugar Sweet Book for my birthday. His cats are so cute and I love them. The Sugar Sweet Book is gorgeous. I have Serendipity thanks to the beautiful Winter 89. And I fully recommend it. It's so nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting more RJ eventually, but yeah, I am really trying not to. I'm trying to save. I'm waiting for a doctor's appointment next week, and then should have some dates to finally go and see Sammy again, which will be amazing. So that'll be in March, which is another reason why I'm trying to do less buddies in March, because there's a little bit of travelling. And then in April, dear friend Ruby has her show on, so I want to go and see the show. So that means a trip to Wellington. So, yeah. I'm gonna wait. I want more intense. Yeah. There's always something to buy. Oh my gosh. Anko Iridescent on her Instagram posted some more sneak peeks of Leon's Journey, her new book. I really want it. I really want it. It's about a kitty cat, and it's Anko Iridescent, and it's so cute. And I need it, and it's a kitty cat. We got another busy week next week. Just a heads up, I mean, it's a while away, but in a Friday next week, there will be no stream. So the normal stream that we'll do in a week's time, there won't be. There still will be the Tuesday and Sunday streams at this stage, but there will be no stream on the Friday because we have a full day of medical appointments that day. So there'll be no stream, which is technically Valentine's Day. So it would have been lovely to do a Valentine's stream with y'all, but instead I will be at the hospital with my mum and we'll be doing some tests. So we will survive. Yay! Alright, so there might be little areas to touch up. Again, they still have to come in with the green. But I like it. I really like it. Oh, good lids. I'm aware. It's the same with all my buddies. It always will be a case if it's too much, it'll be extended. But at this stage, for March, there is obviously our buddy, which is Feb March, and then there's one that asked to be this month, but I said I might need to move it to March because I'm already booked up for Feb. So that one's in March. And then, yeah, there might be some groups or a Mythomorphia one, but yeah, like not the extent that is this month. I won't be taking on any more in March. It's also aware that like I've been feeling quite overwhelmed a lot lately. Again, I call it the forest witch vibes. Is when I want to run away to the forest and become a forest witch and just avoid everything. She's just saying I'm getting overwhelmed, so yeah. But we're doing okay. Like, I know how to look after myself when these vibes are strong, and it's just something I'm aware of. So next month I'm just going to like really lighten the load and just not have a lot of buddies. I've already had requests for it, and I've just said no, sorry, not next month. So yeah, it'll just be a case of nah, sorry, not taking any buddies next month. But yeah, it's hard because I always do want to say yes. I just want to do all the buddies, but also, you know, you got to look after yourself. Yeah. I always want to do all the pages with everybody, and that's the problem. It's like, no. But yeah, I don't mind. Like, I know I've taken a lot of buddies on this month, but I'm also like aware that I'm very capable of doing all the buddies this month. Like, I just finished off my second buddy or third buddy. Yes, I've done Island Escape, which was a double. I've finished a Dark Berries, which is a single, but a detailed single. We're working on the mythographic one, the Mythomorphia one. And then Dungeon Mitre is already mostly complete, because that's a carry-on buddy. The Story of Precious Cats, like, that one's already got a bit of work done on it. So, Fairy Tales and Folklore is a group one. If I don't do that one, I don't care. So it really just leaves a mythographic one, which is, I already know the colour palette, I know how I'm going to approach that one. That one's not going to take me long. Midnight Tea Party for Stuffed Animals is a very simple page. That's going to be a real quick one. I have to figure out the Afternoon Tea one for Vimera, which isn't an overly detailed. It shouldn't take too long. It's colouring tea and cakes and stuff, so it's some of my favourite things to colour. Which just leaves the Antique Town one, which is the big one, which I'm leaving till last anyway, Lisbeth. So it'll be like the last buddy that I start tackling, because it's a 2-monther. So we'll just get done what we get done. But also I'm excited for that one because it's a really cool page. So yeah. Oh, and the Forest Sprite one, which isn't on there, which is on with Stardust. Because that one was, I just wanted to work in the book, but then turned into a buddy. But again, that one, I don't see that one taking too long. Like, a lot of them are simpler, simple pages, or will have a simple approach. Like, there's a lot, but they're not overwhelming. And the one that is really big and detailed is a 2-monther. So it's like, all good. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the same with any other buddy. Like, whenever I buddy with someone, like, the perfect example is this Dungeon Meister page I've been doing with Julianne and the art. Like, we were meant to finish it last month. This has been an ongoing buddy since October. Like, we were going to start in October. Neither of us got to it. We were going to start in November. I was going to start in November. I didn't get to it. We knew we weren't going to do anything in December, and then we were going to finish it in January. And it got about halfway through the month, and Julianne had a few things pop up and was not going to be able to complete it that month. And I was like, hey, that works out great for me, because I'm kind of like, these other stuff I want to do, so I'll just put it off for another month. Like, I'm happy to put this aside and come back to it. And so yeah, it's like, things happen. And you know, it's the same thing. Like, you know, if at any point you're like, hey, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this month, you just go, cool, let me know, because I might just push it back a month. Or if I'm already onto it, I'll just be like, cool. Like, it happens. You know, life happens. And sometimes you get inspired to start a page, and then you start working on your page, and you're just like, I'm not inspired anymore. And that happens. Chai, hello. Taking a brain bit from applying for this retail assistant job at Pack and Save. All good. I'm glad you could pop in. I hope the brain gets a good break. We just finished off the first half of this page. You can see our little carry on onto this page. And so now now we've just got this half to finish. So the goal was to finish that half. So everything else that we finish now is bonus, but doesn't mean that we're going to stop. I did get asked to work an extra 2 hours today, so yeah. So I may stop stream a little early, just to have a bit of a break before work, but I'm still good to go for a little bit. But I hope you're doing well, Chai. I hope things are going well. But yeah, as I was saying, with buddy colours, like, it goes two ways. Like, I'm aware that if anyone came to me and said, hey, I need to not, that same rule should apply to me. So it's that same thing of, hey, I'm not in a great headspace. I need to either stop this buddy or, you know, that's what happened in October. I had all these buddies planned and then, yeah. No, September. September was the write-off month last year. One of the write-off months last year. So it's that same dealio, you know? And like, if anyone else came to me and said it, so why can't I say it to anyone else? So that's why I'm like, it's fine. I will take on the buddies, but it's always with that caveat of, if things happen, you know? It's just colouring. Like, love it. But life. But yeah, we're doing all right. It is something that I am aware that the Forest Witch vibes have been strong lately. So, but I think it's just, I just need a break in general. I'm trying to, like I said, in March, hopefully we'll all going well medical wise. I say hopefully, I will be going up and seeing Sammy. We'll figure out a time. And hopefully we'll get a week up there with her and go and hang out with her. And so I'm trying to get myself into a position where I can actually just take a week off work. I don't know if I can pull it off, but it'd be really wonderful to actually just take a week off work, a week off stream, and just have a week off. Because I actually think that's what I need. Like, I haven't actually had, like, I had a 2-week mental health break, but I haven't just had like a holiday, you know? But it's whether or not I can actually take that break away from work, which I don't think financially I'm going to be able to do, because I don't get holiday pay or holiday leave as a casual. So it's not like I've got a reserve to fall on if I take a week off. Which is why my manager messaged me and was like, hey, if you want to make up hours for the public holiday, we could actually really use you for 2 more hours tonight. Well, actually, I think she wanted me for more, but I only offered 2 hours. Enjoy your lurk, Jai. Very EP loose bones kind of week. Yeah. The other bonus of if I take a week off work, it also means I don't have to worry about taking my computer up with me. Which saves a good amount of room, not having to take my computer and my keyboard and all that stuff. I won't be streaming anyway, because I'm not taking my full stream setup. I can't be bothered. Alright, so we block that one out so that we can make it really light so that when we go in with the green it's ready to go. Because these tips will be turned green with fire. Fire, fire, fire. So today, I don't think we'll see Smalt. I think she'll be preparing if it's not already on. I never actually checked when it was on. But today is the final of campaign 3 of Critical Role, and it is an 8.5 hour long stream. It's a pretty epic stream, so I didn't manage to catch up at all to catch it live. That's okay. I'll just have to play catch up. I'll just blend that out a bit more. Make some more tones into here. Is where the next section starts. Okay, a little bit of a stretch break. Oh, I encourage you all to take a little stretch. Make sure you hydrate as well. Self-care. It's good to also drink more than just an energy drink, Amy. I need to cut back on these again. I've had way too many of these this week again. The intake's been creeping up again, so it's time to cut back on them. The main reason I've been drinking more of them is because it's been too hot to have coffee. But I did grab some oat milk so I can make some iced coffees. So, in fact, that might be a good thing to make for work as a giant iced coffee. Ooh, that sounds actually really good. Right, so that offshoot is entirely fire, so we don't need to worry about that. Mark some high points. Work over the shimmer spray. Actually, that's something I really need to do, is I need to figure out if I can find Kaisercraft shimmer spray anywhere, because I love this stuff and my gold is practically gone. I wonder if I can find that anywhere. Like, I know you can get it in Australia, so there must be somewhere I can get Kaisercraft shimmer spray. Or I need to figure out if it is just acrylic ink and water in these sprays. Okay, that's a New Zealand website. That's an Australian website that has them for $5 a piece. So that's a good sign. As long as you ship to New Zealand and your shipping's not ridiculous, that's not bad. So I wouldn't mind actually getting some more colours as well. okay. $7.95. That's not bad. And that's New Zealand. They call it Kaiser Mist. That might be different than Shimmer Spray. Oh no, that one looks like the same bottle. Yeah, Iridescent Spray. There we go. So it is Kaiser Mist. Okay, cool. Water-based iridescent ink. It is. So it is just acrylic ink. It's literally this. So I wonder if I can refill my gold with the tiny amount of gold that is left in this and refill the gold that way. I should try that. Because if that would work, then I just need to... Because iridescent inks are easier to find. Anyway, sorry. This is me just rambling and thinking about something off the top of my head. Because my gold Kaisercraft Shimmer Spray Mist is something I use all the time. Although before I do that, I should really film. I've got a big bucket of supplies and stuff. The beautiful Winter 89 Colours does a video that is the graveyard, where they go through the supplies that they've used up. And I thought about making one too, because I think they're really fascinating to see what supplies people use a lot of and what they actually use and what they recommend and why they're getting, like, why they're either throwing out products or why products are empties. So it's a really fascinating video, and I've been piling up a few things beside me for said video. If I wanted to do a version of it, obviously accrediting Winter all the way, because Melissa's video is the inspiration behind it. I don't know if it's something you're all interested in. Like, do you find it fascinating to see what people use up? Or... I don't know. Speaking of spritzing, ink's starting to dry out a bit, so a little bit more water, keep it active. Well, they're out of stock for all the colours anyway. Hope you're all doing well out there in Lurkland. Again, that is where it will transition into fire. Fire. Definitely need some lime green on the side. Keep working on this purple. Oh, those cicadas do be going loud. Okay, fire around here. set up for some green. Okay. Hope all our pages are going well out there. We're doing alright. Still really enjoying the painting process. Like, I'm definitely ahead my painting fill now. Because we've had the manticore. The manticore, I did a snake page. I did the background of a sea serpent. Like, all of that's been painted. That's actually dry, so I can seal that up now. And then the page that wasn't planned, but I ended up doing, was a page in Universal Monsters. So I ended up painting the whole page. It's not perfect. Probably need to go in and do some more detail on the grass, but it was fun. Fulfilled the need. But like, between all of that, I feel like I've got my painting fix now. So now it's like, I'm done with the painting. So I want this page done now. Not that, like, I'm like, ugh, move on, but like, oh, I've had that fix now. I want to move on to other things, you know? But I also want to get this page done. But I think we'll be done, like, I don't think we're finishing it today. I'll be flat out. We're not finishing this today. But I think we'll be done on Sunday, which is fantastic. In fact, we might even be able to move on to something else on Sunday, which will be nice. All going well. I can't see the end of the one you're working on. I seem to remember it ends with a third animal. Do you carry on with the purple or the other plan? I just dropped my paintbrush. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Because that might have just fallen on the carpet. Very good. But I did manage to paint my neck. Alright, let's move this just so we don't do that again. Yeah, so we've got... Put it like that, you can see the full thing. So we've got the lion head done, we've got the wings, and then it's got a scorpion tail that goes around here. A bit of the shimmer spray here makes it quite difficult to see the end of the tail. But yes, it does end with a scorpion tail here. So we will carry on the purple for the scorpion tail, but then it will end, because it's got like a fire, like the lion's mane, it ends in like a bit of a fire tail. So we will turn that into fire as well, to the green. So we will keep the purple and green throughout, just to keep it consistent in the purple and green. And then once all that's done, I'm going to come in with some gold to do the little rune on here. Haven't decided on the little fay. I might do the tan and gold, like make the key gold and just do like a little bit of a white in there. I do also need to do a little bit of reflect from the fire on the purple to make it look like the fire is glowing. And then once that's all done, I will come in with some more of the gold shimmer spray and splatter that a bit on top. So just bring in a little bit more gold splatter with a couple of drops on top of the line itself. But that'll be it. Like, we're getting towards the home stretch of it. You can see our shape really starting to form here. The wings and the start of the body and stuff like that. But yeah, once that purple comes all the way around here, it'll look a lot more balanced. And of course, once we get the green on this half as well. But there's not as much green, which is nice. Because the green is more transparent, so it's a bit more to work with as well. Transitions there into fire. Fire. Yeah, the goal for the rest of the day is just to get as much of this purple done as possible. And on Sunday, finish off whatever's left of the purple, green fire, and finishing touches. And it'll be done, which is so exciting. But yeah, that fire does take a bit of working because that green is more transparent than the purple. But that's okay. It's worth it because it's so neon green and so fun. Again, I still don't know why I chose purple and green as the colours, but that's what I did. I still kind of dig it. Like, I know purple, brown, and gold is a really pretty combo. I can see me doing that combo. Why I chose a neon green? No idea. But we're rolling with it. I saw the start of Cindy's version of this page last night. It's looking so good. Got lots and lots of fire around here, so it still gets all the work done because the rest of it is all fire. Sounds great. I wish I could see a page like that, but I don't know, that's like even all the work you have to get into your skill level. Thank you. I think anyone can get there. Like, I've been painting and drawing and doing stuff since I was a kid, and I did a lot of art in my teens and 20s and art courses and stuff like that, so I do have a little bit of like an art education founding, but I don't remember a lot of it. It's more just things learned along the way and just practice. Anyone can do art, and again, you can't do art wrong because art is so subjective and so interpretive and so unique, because art is your vision, it is your viewpoint. So, you know, like, whatever you create is correct because it's your creation. And even if you learn skills along the way and you upgrade techniques and stuff like that, but your viewpoint is still your own, your interpretation is still your own, so that is fundamentally you. Today's Sneezy Friday too, apparently. Oh no. Also realised my posture was poor, so readjusting. Probably a good thing. I'm probably also needing a posture readjustment. I have a real tendency, I've noticed while painting, to shrimp over. Here we go. Here's the top wings basically done. Stab in some extra colour. What's left on the brush. Just bring in some tones and textures. Just dry brush what's left on the brush over. Yay, top of the wing. Okay, we've got this section in here. And then that's basically all the wings done, and we can move on to the legs and the tail. So a lot of these tips I'm just basing in this light because we're going to be going over it with green anyway, so it just gives a lighter base for the green to pop onto. Worthwhile all of us doing a posture check, because I know a lot of us tend to shrimp up while we're colouring. So check you're sitting correctly, give yourself a little bit of a stretch, readjust your posture. I'm doing it again, already shrimping over. Oh, too much of that colour. So I was randomly browsing YouTube yesterday, as you do, just letting things autoplay and just letting the rabbit hole take me, which is something that I do sometimes when I just don't want to think. And I somehow ended up on a video which was a commentary on a Netflix series, and I did not know that Netflix had made 2 seasons of this series and then cancelled the series, which is one of the things that they talked about in the video, was that there was no advertisement for the series, which is why a lot of people aren't aware it's a series. Who here read The Babysitter's Club? This may be going back for some, this may be too old for some younger folk, but I grew up reading The Babysitter's Club and having a ton of the Babysitter Club books, like the BSC. Turns out Netflix did 2 seasons of the BSC, and it's good. And I was like, I did not know that this has been remade into a series. And so, yeah, I was watching a thing about this, and now I really want to watch it. And apparently it's on Netflix. I haven't seen if it's on my local Netflix. Not that I have Netflix, but I'm like, might need to sign up for a month of Netflix just so I can watch the BSC, because it was such an instrumental part of my childhood. I love The Babysitter's Club. Heck yeah. I am pretty sure Claudia is the reason that I became so interested in Japan and Japanese culture. Because Claudia was the coolest in my mind, and I wanted to be Claudia. I'm pretty good copycat. Let me follow a good colour along. My result looks pretty good on my own. It's like I forget every skill I have, and the end result is truly like a beginner. So that's where, like, words. Colour alongs are great in that sense. They're a great learning tool, and that is how we all start out. Like, all art, like, you go back to my teenage year art when I was first really trying to get into art and really, really doing a lot of art. And yeah, it's a lot of copying, because that's how we learn. That's how we develop skills. And with colour alongs and stuff like that, they're excellent for learning those skills, because that's the point of colour alongs, especially good colour alongs where they teach and explain stuff. And so it's a, once you like do those colour alongs and you like those, the result of it, it's then sitting down and figuring out what worked in that colour along and why it worked, and then seeing if you can take those skills and applying it to another page. And yeah, that takes time and takes practice, but it's a good start. Yeah, weird analogy, but we learn to crawl and walk and talk through copying. Copying to learn is just human nature. Exactly. And like, I first started learning how to draw anatomy and portraiture by copying pictures. Like, I used to, like, it's a big, like, but I used to trace pictures, and that's how I learned structures of face. And I would trace it, and then I would sit there and go, okay, so what haven't I traced correctly? Why does this look weird? And it was like figuring out, okay, like the nose looks weird because I've drawn in lines for the harsh sides of the nose, and that's actually a gradation of shadows. So learning where it helped me read those highlights and lowlights and figure those things out through copying. It is a very good place to start and to learn. And yeah, it takes time, it takes a lot of practice, but you get there eventually. And eventually, as you do things, things will click as to why things work or why you like certain techniques, and then you can take those same things and apply it to your own. And it's like over time you'll start to recognize those techniques too and look at things and go, oh yeah. Like I was looking at Erica Colours she's just done a new Share the Love hashtag. So she was sharing some pages that she loved, and she was showing one page, and she didn't talk about the techniques in the background, but I could recognize what the techniques were, and I was like, oh, that's actually a really cool approach. And so you get to that point where you can start picking up on these things, if that makes sense. I hope I'm wording right. So I might have to hold it at a bit of a weird angle here because of the shimmer spray. Okay, that gives me at least some paint texture to kind of see where the edge of that one is. That one definitely turns all into fire. Kind of just go like that because that's kind of all fire from beyond there, so that's cool. That gives us a line. It's really good advice. I need to be conscious of what I am learning for it. Yeah, just taking that time to reflect and go, okay, cool, I really like this. Why do I like this? Is it the color palette? Is it the blending technique in certain areas? Is it, you know, if it's a color palette, take that exact same color palette and take it to another page. If it's the way you blended a certain area, look for a page that has a similar thing that you can blend and try it on there. You know, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. It's not a rush, a race, a competition, anything like that. It's taking time. And we're all still learning too. We all keep learning and developing and trying new things. And so even those people that you admire and follow their copy alongs and stuff like that, they'll still be learning new techniques and tricks and different bits and pieces. Oh, my nose. Itchy. I'm forever learning new things. But that's half the fun too, is figuring out something new or trying something new or just experimenting. And hey, if it doesn't work, well, you can always just turn the page. There's always another page. Could get like really caught up in this and being like, oh, it's purple, it's green, it's odd. Nah, I'm just having fun with it. Alright, I want like a medium purple. You'll work. So I'm primarily in the colour along phase right now. I can pick up stuff quick, but I can't think of what to do or colours unless I spend a ridiculous amount of time staring. Yeah, no, that's valid. That is valid. And that is why, you know, things like pre-generated palettes or finding inspiration or, you know, it's totally valid. Like the Sea Serpents snake page. Ooh. This one here that I've been working on, that I've finished. I painted the water because I had this teal paint, this teal metallic paint. I was like, I want to play with that, cool. And then I painted the sky because it was like a dark stormy sky will be cool. And then I was really stuck on what color to do the sea serpent for ages. And so I pulled up a palette generator and I put in like a teal and a black and a light blue. And then there's technically a little bit of brown in the stone. So it kept on coming up with peaches and corals. And it's like, oh, no, I don't really vibe with all of that. And so then I ended up looking up actual sea snakes. And I found one that had like a yellow belly and a really dark blue body. And I was like, cool, that's kind of cool. I'm going to work with that. Like, that's how I figured out the colour palette. I was stuck on the colour palette for that sea snake for ages. It happens. Nothing wrong with finding a bit of inspiration or using a palette or looking elsewhere to figure out your colours. And it's not exact because I went a bit lighter for the sea snake than the dark navy blue that the actual sea snake had, but gave me a starting off point. Usually when I'm stuck on colours, it's because I've been staring at the page for so long. So I usually go to my mum or my fiance or someone and ask them for help choosing colours. Hasn't failed me yet. Yep, that's always a good vibe. Smelt's my go-to for that. That's why I joke about the smelt rule, but legit, like, smelt never lets me down with colours. Yeah, it's good to have those people that you can go to and be like, alright, I'm stuck. Advice. Joys of live streaming too, because you'll come up with suggestions when I'm live and it's like, oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, the getting stuck happens a lot less now. But, you know, we all still do get stuck sometimes. I like the Snee Snake. Can I have that book? Heck yeah. It's a really neat book, that Dark Berries book. It's very detailed, but as long as you break it down bit by bit and just work shape by shape, then like you can break it down basically. Sometimes I find it easier to start with the background too. I say that's only my second page done in there, but still. Alright, you're all fire. We are getting there. Alright, just cleaning up these nail beds. So still, again, fire to come off there. But now we just have the tail left to go. It'll of course look way more complete when we do the fire elements as well, but yeah, we're getting it. We be getting it. Okay, so I do want to make sure with this black, I'm going to go in and preemptively mark out our tail. So I want to have really clear ridges and definitions and bits and pieces. So there's going to be a cinder. So there'll be some odd angles again because I just got to work around the shimmer spray and the light reflex, which does make some things harder to see, which is also why I'm starting by pre-marking some of the dark shadow areas, so make it a bit easier to work out as we go along. that is where the tail takes over. So that's our edge there. Looks like last spoon for trying to write any pink, but Cavalier's CP has gone push, so gonna go check out science articles of interest instead. Good choice. Take that time, recover your spoons, and hopefully come back with fresh spoons. Currently have 15 tabs open on Space. Valid. Space is cool. Again, we have another little gonna be turned green preemptive base here. Lots of rocks in space too, so it tracks. Absolutely. Case in point, Alien Worlds. There are so many rocks to colour in that colouring book. We might finish the purple today. That would be incredible. Especially considering I went into today just hoping to finish the first half, so if we can finish all of the purple, that'll be amazing. Again, we'll work a bit more white, or light purple as it actually is, into here, knowing that we're going to turn that green. So a lot of where this like bright white is on the Manticore right now is actually going to be green. It's just sort of like there to mark. Hope you're all doing good out there. Remember to look after yourself. Have a little hydrate, stretch. A little bit of self-care. It's always good. Brittany, hello, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Once screwed up a joke about infinity. I never heard the end of it. Ba-dum-bum. Hey, Ryder. Welcome in. This tail is coming together really fast. That's a good thing. Itchy nose. How's it going? It's going pretty well, thank you. I've done a lot of work on this day. Like, it's really just come together really fast today. We're painting this manticore with the fiery neon green mane. So we finished off this little portion of the body up here and then moved on to the second half of the page. So everything on this page of the purple has been painted today. Like, it's really coming together fast, which is great. So we're on track to finish all the purple today. Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's a bit different to be painting in a colouring book instead of using pencils, but I'm enjoying it. So that's the main thing. As long as you're enjoying what you do, you're winning. How are you going? Hope life's treating you well. good. I just got back from a vet trip. Oh, yeah, I imagine so. Starring doing anything really that involves getting out of the house. My cat ended up not feeling well, so it's been a fun week so far, but nothing too serious. Well, that's the main thing, as long as it's not too serious. Okay. That's where it all transitions into fire, so it's all green. Dot in some texture, because of course this is technically a scorpion shell, so it does have a little bit of speckle texture. Just cleaning up a couple of areas, but basically our purple is done now. As I said, there's a lot of areas that are getting white, getting green. We've still got a lot of fire to go in here. Alright. Well, since we have a little bit of tan on our palette already, might as well do this little fade. Itchy eye, itchy eye. So we're going to do the same as the teeth in the claw colour, which is tan and the light purple, which makes it like an off-white. Okay, and then I have my favourite gold. This is Kaisercraft Iridescent Bright Gold. I'm going to use this to paint the key. It's also going on this rune here. That can dry. We go back to this one. We're going to take some of the gold and some of our tan white. And that'll be our wing colour. we apply it down before the colour dries out. Don't know how well that wing colour came up. We might have to drop in a little bit of gold afterwards, or get in another dot, because I also realised this will work great for an eye colour. The eye gold, just brush it on top. Okay. What are we? 12:10. I got 2 hours before work. Could I do all this green in 2 hours? It'd be a push. Do I want to push myself to do it in 2 hours? Would be amazing to get it done today. I think we could do it. I think we could actually finish it off today. Okay, just respond to a message. Okay. There's that one way over there. Back up a lot. We want our fluoro green. Now 2 lighter greens. And our white green. Oops, squeezed out way too much then. Some of these are going to be kind of easy because of the base, and some of them are going to take quite a bit more work. another one of those shimmer spray areas, so a little bit more difficult to see. The good thing about this is I have the other colours still here, so I can blend into them if need be. Perfection, hello, hello, welcome in. So it still needs a little bit more work, but I need it to dry a bit more before I can do that. Just woke up having your morning latte. Excellent. We have been smashing through this. I originally was just hoping to get the first half of the page done, but we did that, and then we did all the purple on this page, and now I was like, well, I've got a little bit of time before I have to jump into work, so let's see if we can get all the green done. Let's see if we can actually get this done today, which would be amazing. An absolute home stretch here. Get here. Probably get 1 to 2 pages done today with the snake. Nice. Page 1 of 2 done with the snake. Well done. It's looking so good. I've been called into work to start early, so I'm doing 2 extra hours today, so I don't get quite as much time to do. But I'm still pleased with how much we're getting done. I have 3 days off. I go back Monday. Nice, nice. Yeah, I had yesterday off because of Waitangi Day, so we had a public holiday yesterday. Which is why the manager messaged me and was like, hey, because I don't get public holiday leave or anything, so she's like, if you want to make up those hours, we could actually use some extra help tonight. Let's have a lot of staff off. Okay. Now I need out of the purple, the green. That was a shadow tone. And let's do it. this. Okay. Do it later on. Oh, all right. Those two obviously need a bit of work. I think I have to block Anko Iridescent as well because I've itched to colour one of her pages. Ballad. Did you see the next sneak peek of Leon's journey? Looks so good. I'm doing things a little differently here. This isn't how I've done all the other fire, but apparently this is the way my brain is operating today, so this is how we're doing this fire. It's fine. Not yet. On the Instagram, there's a really cute preview of some of the pages. Excited. That's valid, Brittany, but a lot of those things also take a lot of time to set up and a lot of personal cost to the creator, so I understand them also needing to justify the literal hours upon hours spent on the tutorial. But yeah, fully understand not being able to justify the monthly subscriptions. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Itchy, 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 itchy. I swear, ever since the cat came in here, my nose has been on fire. My eyes have been on fire. Been trying to avoid scratching my eyes. Okay, I don't know why I've done it this way, but this is the way we're operating today, obviously. So let's see. Then we can. Oh, we're gonna need to get more fluoro green. We are so close to being done. So close. So close. Not as done as we can be, but this part it'll have to dry and then be touched up, and then some shimmer spray on top, which honestly I will do off stream because then we can start something else on Sunday, and you know, it's like 5 minutes of work after everything dries and I've had a time to reflect, which will be well after work, especially with work starting early. Now we'll make sure we get yeah. I think we're done all the fire. At least like the first coat, it needs to dry. The green goes a bit transparent and then we come in and fix it up. Which is what we did over here. But you can see sort of the majority of the page. So once I go in and just touch up the fire, once it's all dry, you can see up here it's not very vibrant because it's dried down and needs a second coat, but that'll have to be later on. But yeah, it's basically all done. Just a little touch up of the fire once it's dry, a little bit of gold splatter on top. Bob's your uncle. So it's about a 5-minute job later on, so I'll do that off camera so we can start on something different on Sunday for Sunday's stream. But yeah, it is a good place to stop. It's been 4 hours, and since I've now been called into work early, it gives me just under 2 hours to go and make some food, have a bit of a rest before I do an extra long shift. So kind of perfect timing, and I like how it's come together. I can't believe it like came together that fast on stream. I know I was zoning out there for a while, but I really got in the zone. I was not expecting to get this far into it today, so really, really awesome. So yeah, thank you all for being here and hanging out and watching the stream. I hope you like how it's looking. It'll be, like I said, I'll do some cleanup, and then it won't be posted straight away to Instagram because of course this is a buddy, so we're gonna wait for Cindy to finish theirs. They can take all the time they need. So yeah, it'll be a little bit of a surprise when it does come out. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. So we'll be back on Sunday with another stream. I'm thinking we'll go back to Nalco, our pirate kitties, and we'll get onto pirate kitties some more, so that'll be fun. But yeah, thanks for being here. Look after yourself. Make sure, you know, you're chilling and relaxing and enjoying yourself on this Thursday/Friday. And I'll catch you all in the next stream. We want that one. Bye.